Bang, Neeves Knives. I'm Jared. My lovely wife Kara is at work, and today we are checking out the Wee Knives Streak, the 818. It was loaned to us by our friend Abby underscore normal underscore 1969. And yeah, we have to thank him very much. He's paying for all the shipping and handling and allowing us to check out a bunch of knives, and that is just amazing. We really appreciate it, especially in the times we are in. Now, this knife is one of Wee Knives. I guess you could consider it one of their budget lines, kind of, even though it's not Civivi, because Civivi is technically Wee's budget line, but Wee does have Wee knives. They're actual Wee knives that are more on a budget. This is $146, and it comes in many different configurations. As you can see here, many different colors. This one is 8 inches overall with 3.4-inch blade. Here is a Civivi Brigand that it's relatively about the same size. And then it's also a very, very close comparison to a Benchmade Griptilian Large. Let me flip it up to the top, pull it down here right in front of you guys. I got it way up there, a mile away. It's also a very close comparison to the Kershaw Bare Knuckle. All right. Now, it has an M390 blade on it with a DLC coating that is stone washed. Very nicely done. G10 handles, stainless steel liners that are milled out to make this thing incredibly light. Titanium clip with titanium hardware. They're done in T8s. Now, this hardware is anodized. It's got that shiny anodized, and you see the clip's got that anodized stone wash. It's very, very nice. The hardware, Wee's hardware in titanium is, in my opinion, from what I've seen, about the best out there. I haven't seen any better, in my opinion. Maybe I have, and if so, it's the same quality, because this hardware is hard to beat. I've messed with lots of titanium hardware that it's just soft. That's the only way I could explain it. It's soft, and after you've taken the knife apart a bunch of times, it starts stripping out. This hardware, the T8s fit very nicely in there, and they're just well done. It's very hard titanium and very strong built. Anyways, so this blade is about 130 thousandths thick, and I did sharpen it. Now, I measured behind the edge about 15 to 16 thousandths behind the edge after sharpening it, and it's got amazing blade geometry. It is a flat ground blade, but I mean 15, 16 thousandths is very, very nice. Now, sharpening it, it did take an amazing edge. I think I put, what was it? I think it was like 1200 grit. I think I went about 1000 to 1200 grit. I could have polished it and gave it a mirror polish and all that, but this thing took such a crispy edge. I did follow the same edge that was already on there, the same edge angle, and I will say that both sides are well done. The edge is very symmetrical, like it's even on both sides. It's very nice, and it was a dream to sharpen. This M390 sharpened up really nice, and I could just tell at like 1200 grit that I didn't want to go any farther because it was so crispy and so nice. I mean, this thing is, it's sticky. This thing, it's sharp, boy. I mean, this thing is a dream to cut with. I did cut with it. I did use it a little bit because I was given permission. I did not cut a lot with it. It's not like I did an edge retention test on it or anything like that, so I can't speak to how many feet of cardboard this thing will cut, but I can say from sharpening it and using it the little bit that I did use it, it seems like a good quality M390, especially when sharpening it. Now, the ergos on this thing, you can just see this thing's got good ergos. I mean, look at it. I mean, come on. This thing's got really good ergos. The clip, I do feel it, but it's a clip. I mean, it's very rare you don't feel a clip, but it doesn't bother me at all. The jimping works really well, and you can use this for forward finger choil a little bit. Not a lot of it, but a little bit. I mean, it is mostly a sharpening choil, but you can't creep up. The action, very smooth. I did put some knife pivot lube on there, and the access to the lock bar, very, very nice. I like this access to the lock bar. It's very easy to get to. It does have a little bit of jimping on the lock bar, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't bother you at all. So no complaints there. There's jimping on the flipper tab. And then you see how it stops the jimping right there, how it's rounded right there. Now you can use that to push button it if you want to. But to me, it prefers you to just use the jimping and light switch it. So you basically just go wham like that. The detent is near perfect. I mean, it's so crispy. It's a type of knife that you could flip all day and not be bothered with. It's just the detent it's so crispy that the second you wanna flip it open, you just hit that flipper tab, put barely any pressure, and it snaps out with authority. It does have ceramic ball bearings and ceramic detent ball. The clip, to me, worked very well in the pocket. I don't know why people complain about these clips sometimes. I know they were complaining on them about Civivis, and then Civivi won't be using clips like this. I think they figured, hey, we'll save $1 and not use titanium, but I never minded them. I think they look good. I think they look far better than those other clips, and they work good. And they have 2 T8s in them, if you can see. 2 T8s. So, it's not going to be rocking back and forth. I mean, this is a strong clip, nice ramp, works very well. I do have a couple small complaints, though. Very small. One is this backspacer. I mean, it's just a G10 backspacer. This thing's $146, guys. $146. And for $146, there's a lot of competition out there. A lot of competition. I mean, in reality, think about it. Let me get it. The Hogue Ritter is not far off of that. I mean, $20 difference or something like that. I mean, this is 20 CV and G10. I mean, and it's USA made. So there's a lot of stiff competition for $146. And for $146, I would have liked to have seen the titanium backspacer. I think it would have blended in really nice with the colors. Next thing that I don't really like, and I'm going to back up really quick and talk about Civivi. Now, to me, Civivi uses a little bit of a cheaper G10, which is okay because this is a budget knife. They are doing them very, very good quality knives on a budget. Now, I think this knife, at least, I think this is kind of cheaper G10. I don't think it's of as much quality as Spyderco's G10 or Hogue's G10. I just don't. There's different types of G10. I know a lot of people think there's just one kind of G10, but G10 is a man-made material. It is a composite, and I don't know what like the difference is or anything like that, but I can tell and I can feel it that there's a little bit of a difference. And I can tell it's not the same stuff as what they're using on Civivi. At least it doesn't feel like it. And I'm not just talking about the texturing. I'm talking about just the overall feel, the weight, just the way it feels. And it's still a very, very, very well-made knife. I mean, this knife is extremely well-made, and he's hard to beat in quality. There's the reason why all the USA companies and designers are going to WE. There's not many companies that can beat them. Don't get me wrong. There's some really good Chinese companies out there. Tuya, Best Tech, Tucson, even Kubi at sometimes, that are doing phenomenal work, and they're using a lot of T8s and doing really good fit and finishes and using the good materials and blah 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 blah. But WE is superior. They just are. Everybody knows it. The only ones that keep up with WE is Riat, and I think WE is slightly behind Riat, at least on price. I know they're usually a little bit cheaper than Riat, but anyways. This is a phenomenal knife. It really is. It's got a very acute tip. So this is a knife that you can use the tip for precision work, precision cutting. I mean, this thing, It's a dream to cut with. Amazing action. And we, even after using them for a long time, they just break in good. I mean, they don't. I haven't seen any that have gotten lock rock issues or blade play. I haven't even seen many that have been off of center. I mean, even after use and sharpening and beating on them, they're just well-made knives. And this is just, that's what it is. It's just a well-made knife. Good fit and finish. Good hardware. The price is, if you like this design and you want a blade shape like this and these colors with titanium hardware just like this is the knife for you. I mean, it is M390 still. And also, let me say this, what seems to be well done M390. I mean, that is a huge factor. If you're going to pay for M390, you want it well done. That's just a thing. I hate when I hear people say like, "Oh, well, if the company did their M390 in a higher heat treat or did it better, then they'd have to charge more." Well, no, you're already charging me for M390. You're already charging me that high price for the better edge retention, for the better stain resistance. That's what I'm buying it for. If not, why would you sell me M390? Why wouldn't you just sell me S30V? I mean, if you can't make M390 better, better performing than the other steels, why even sell it to me? I mean, let's be honest, let's be real. I think this is well done, though. The jimping, like I said, is done very well. This thing just holds your hand like it grips you back. That's what it feels like. Great ergos. I like the knife a lot. I think WE does a really good job. I only have those 2 small complaints. 3, if you want to consider the price, I think is, very, there's a lot of stuff out there for that price. But love you guys. Peace.